Welcome everyone to my channel. My name's Kaz and this is Kaz's Communicate. Today we're going to be doing a full moon reading. So there's a full moon coming up in July, and in Perth it's on the 3rd of July. It may be at a different day where you're living, but we're going to ask the goddess moon what we can clear this full moon. So we have 3 piles to choose from. We have clear quartz sphere, picture jasper sphere, and rose quartz sphere. If you need more time, you can pause the video. Otherwise, the timestamps will be in the description and I'll see you at your reading. Welcome Group 1 to your reading. You chose the clear quartz. So I'm just going to channel some messages. Okay, so what I'm getting with this one is that there's love from the past that needs to be cleared. It may be that you're single and you're looking for a new relationship, or that you're attracting the same people over and over and you have kind of a pattern or a type. This is because there's been something embedded in you from childhood that needs to be cleared around relationships. So it may be that you had a dominant parent, or that you had a subservient parent, or you had a family that expressed itself through yelling, or it may be that your family was non-communicative. So any of these things and these beliefs around relationships mean that you're attracting the same person over and over. And I feel like you've already learnt the lessons from that type of relationship, and now it's time to move on to a different type of relationship. But the energy needs to be cleared first. So for you guys, the goddess moon is saying that you need to write it all out. So you can use the 3 days over the full moon, because the moon's quite full for 3 days. So for in this case in Perth, it would be the 2nd, 3rd and 4th of July. And you can, once the sun goes down, you can sit down and write out what you've experienced in relationships before. And was it positive and was it negative? So have a good think, and you might need to do it over the 3 nights, because things might occur to you later on that you haven't thought of in the moment. So light a candle, sit down, have a nice glass of water nearby, and just write down everything about relationships that you would like to change, and everything, perhaps all the lessons that you've learnt about relationships. And do this for 3 nights. Now on the 3rd night, go outside if you can, put your piece of paper in some sort of non-flammable bowl or saucepan and set it alight and let it burn down to ashes. This just releases the energy. Now the goddess moon is saying that you may need to do this for 3 full moons in a row just to get that energy out. For some of you, you've never really thought about clearing this stuff, and it does go right back to childhood. You may have cleared a relationship with a person or a person's energy, but not the underlying beliefs and behaviours behind it. So it may be that there may have been relationships where one person was particularly jealous or obsessive or controlling. All of those behaviours need to be shifted. And what it will bring in is a totally new relationship that is quite different and a lot more balanced for you. Now, for those of you that are already in a couple, there may be a bit of a rift in the relationship where you see things quite differently. And this goes back again to both of your childhoods, in fact. Now, if your partner is willing, they can do this too. If not, it doesn't matter, because you can still do the exercise. And that still changes the energy. So that's all I have from Goddess Moon for you this month. And I will see you in my next reading. Thanks, pile 1. Welcome group 2 to your reading. So I'm just going to channel Goddess Moon through here. Okay, so what you can clear on the next full moon is a bond in relationships. So this may be a love relationship, but I'm getting very strongly it's either a sibling relationship or it's a friend relationship, and that relationship may have broken down for whatever reason. Now, there's a lot of hurt amongst this on your behalf, and so Goddess Moon is saying that it is time to release it. This may have been going on for a long time. This might have been a childhood friend that you were very close to and something quite dramatic happened, but it may have been a long time ago, but that energy is still with you. So in order to move on and attract the friendships or the relationships with others around you that is not necessarily a love relationship, but to have good, loving, bonded, balanced relationships, this energy needs to go. So I'm getting a sense that you may have been betrayed. One of your secrets may have been told and blabbed about. Or your friend might have just abandoned you and gone to play with others. But there's a strong sense of feeling betrayed. And so when you carry an energy like that, it tends to come up in other energies. It tends to come up in other relationships. And so this might be a theme, particularly around abandonment or betrayal. So, Goddess Moon is suggesting that you go outside under the full moon and breathe it out. Put your hands up high in the sky, plant your feet firmly on the ground under the full moon. If you can, take your shoes off and really connect to the moon and release through breath. There may be some tears that flow, and that's great because that's a releasing mechanism. And just feel that emotion that you felt when the betrayal or the abandonment happened. How did you feel? Was there confusion? Was there shock? All of that energy needs to come out for you to move on. Goddess Moon is suggesting you do this for 2 full moons in a row. And you may find that on the new moon in between, that you start writing a list of what you do want in a relationship with either a friend or your siblings, or even with future lovers, based on support and, sorry, there's another word coming through here and I can't quite get it, based on support and balance. Because you're used to having relationships that are unbalanced, and you may be a giver and other people may be a taker. So it's time to right that wrong and give yourself an opportunity to have nourishing relationships in your life. All right, group 2, that's all I have for you today. Please subscribe if you'd like some more of this, and I will see you in the next reading. Welcome group 3 to your reading. You chose the rose quartz sphere. So the Goddess Moon is telling me that materialism is a big problem in your life at the moment. So whether it's you being overly materialistic or someone around you being overly materialistic, there's quite an imbalance there. So that needs to be let go of. If it's not you, you still need to let go of that energy because it's actually blocking material things from coming to you. So because the world is our mirror, It may be someone around you that you're noticing is very overly materialistic. It means that you've got some of their energy within you. So it may be that you're desperate to win lotto, or desperate to pay off your mortgage, or to buy a new car or something. And that's fine to have those wishes. However, because the desperation and the longing outweighs balance, well, it creates an imbalance in your life, because it's slipping into the negative side where it's almost too desperate. What the Goddess Moon is saying is we just need to shake this energy up a bit. The Goddess Moon is suggesting that you write out the things that you're grateful for over the 3 strongest moon nights. So here in Perth, it would be the 2nd, 3rd and 4th of July. That's when the moon's at its strongest. And she suggests that you do it over 3 nights, because 3 is a very powerful number. Also, you may have forgotten something the first time you write it out, and then you need to use the other couple of nights to keep going. When you reflect on it, there is a lot of things that you'll be grateful for in your life, and you might start off with thinking about material things in your life, but it will transition into relationships and feelings in your life, positive feelings. So with this gratefulness, every time you write out a list, Goddess Moon wants you to put it under your pillow and sleep with it under your pillow for the 3 nights of the full moon. And so every day you'll take it out and you'll add to it. And when you're writing out your list, Goddess Moon asks that you do it after the sun goes down, because that's when the energy is the strongest. Now, we're going back to this overly materialistic side of things, because Goddess Moon says whether it's you or someone in your life, there needs to be some depth to what you want to manifest in your life. And often people say, let's just use money as an example. People say, I want lots of money, but they don't really want the money. The money is nothing. It's a man-made concept. What they want is the freedom to choose what they want to do in their life. So that's what you're really trying to manifest. Or you're trying to manifest a peaceful life because you're not worried about money. Or you're wanting to manifest adventure in your life because you can travel without having to worry about money. So look at the motivations of why you want the money, and then concentrate on that emotion rather than money itself, and things will flow to you. Now, what I'm seeing is because a lot of this behavior is very ingrained in either you or those around you, so you're going to have to do it for 3 nights, every full moon for 4 months, because it's a very deeply etched energy in you. And this may also not just be your energy. Obviously, it's society's energy, but it could also be genetic energy. So from your ancestors, there may have been a distinct sense of lack in a lot of people throughout your family lines on both sides, and this is your opportunity to break that. I'm feeling for some of you as well, there might have been a family curse around money, so it may have been a misuse of power around money and someone took the money away, or someone gambled it away, or the money was lost in a generation or 2, and since then the family line has struggled to make money. So there is a bit of karmic energy with this group as well, and you have the opportunity to break this. All right, group 3, that's all I have for you today. If you'd like more of this content, please subscribe and like the video, and I will see you next time.